A very special good afternoon to all my lovely children. Welcome to Tripura Virtual Interactive Class. I hope you all are good, fit and fine and came with full of energy, as today's maths class also going to be very special like every time. So without any delay, we are going to proceed for a beautiful session today. So we are going to learn about some angles. I hope all of you remember from your previous class. If you forgot also, no issue. We are going to revise today our class. Okay, so what you can see on your screen. Here some angle representation is going, right? So can you tell the angle name here? Which angle is this? Representation of an angle written, right? So here you see, if I ask you, what is the name of the angle? What would be your answer then? Can you tell the name of this angle? Can you tell it's simply angle M? No, of course, right? Why? Because see, if we tell it only angle M, by only angle M, what you are representing? It can be this side also, right? Angle M can be this side also. This one also angle M. Or angle M can be this side also, right? This one is also angle M, right? So which one is angle M? Whether this side one or that side one or the whole, this one. NMO. This one also angle M, right? So which one you will tell as angle M? Can we guess properly by angle M which angle you are representing? It is not possible, right? So what we can do from here? So for naming one angle, when we are confused which can be the angle, if here more than one angle is present, that time by simply telling angle M, it is not possible to mention, right? So for that, what we will do, we have to write the proper naming. And how we will do the proper naming? Here you see LM and then N. That means which angle they are talking about? They are talking about angle LMN, this side angle. And we know the vertex would be at in middle. Here is the angle vertex, angle M is the angle vertex. I hope all of you know. So angle vertex is M, so M will be in middle in the name, right? And both sides representing the arms of the angles. So here one is side LM and another one is side MN, and both of them meet at M point and creating angle at M point. So that means how we are representing this side angle. How we are representing this side angle? By naming angle LMN. I hope this one is clear. Okay, next. Or you can say NML also. NML. This one also same thing. Whether you are telling LMN or you are telling NML, both are same only, right? Okay. Next for another angle. Next one is this side one. LMO. So how we are going to represent this? This one we can say LM and then what? Yes, very good, O. So that means this side angle, how we are going to represent? Again you see M is the vertex, right? So simply we can't say angle M. By angle M to both we can represent. But particularly to mention which angle you are representing, what you have to do? You have to mention the full name of the angle. So what is the full name of the angle? This side angle, your right side angle. This one is angle LMO, or what you can say? Or you can say angle OML you can say. Okay. Okay. Now next you see another angle is also there. What is the another angle? Can you tell the name? This straight angle, straight line also forming one angle, right? So can you tell which angle it is forming? What is the name of this type of angle? This is making one line, right? And this is how much degree? This is 180 degree. So when the angle is 180 degree, that means what? Which angle we call this one? Can you tell? Yes, very good. This is called straight angle, right? And how we are going to name this straight angle? You can tell, simply you can tell angle NMO or angle OMN. This one also you can tell. So from where you are starting, that doesn't matter. But the matter is what? Wherever the vertex, that should be in the middle. Where the angle located, that should be in the middle. That vertex will be in the middle. This is our condition. Okay, so note that in specifying the angle, the vertex is always written as the middle letter, right? Okay, I hope this much is clear. Okay, now one question is there. Question is what? Draw an angle formed by the sides PQ and PR and name the vertex of the angle. So can you do this? Solution. So here you see, they are telling you to draw an angle formed by the sides PQ and PR. So in both the lines, can you tell which point is common in both, in PQ and in PR? Which point is common in both? Yes, very good. P point is common in both, right? So as P point is common in both, that means the angle will form at P, right? So we can represent like this, the angle we can represent like this. So what is the representation for the angle here? Angle RPQ, or you can tell QPR, right? Because P is the common point in them and PQ one arm, PR is another arm. That means angle is making at the point P. So where the angle is making, that point is the vertex of the angle, we know. Okay, so what would be your answer then? What is the vertex? P is the vertex. Okay. Now next question is, how many angles are there in the figure? Name the angles. Okay, can you tell how many angles are there in the figure? Yes, very good. Total 3 angles are there, right? Okay, so can you tell the name of these angles? First tell me which one is the vertex of these angles. Vertex is same or different? Can you tell? Yes, very good. Vertex is same for all, right? And vertex is O. Here O is the vertex of the angles. Okay. So now what are the names? So first one you can see, it is highlighted portion 1, that green color highlighted portion 1. So what is the name of this angle, can you tell? Yes, very good. Angle AOB is the required angle. Okay, now next highlighted one. Can you tell the name of the next highlighted one? What is the name of this angle? Yes, very good. Angle BOC. Okay. Now next, when we are taking the whole angle, what is the name of this angle? Angle AOC. Angle AOC. If someone tell angle COA, then also correct. So you can name it as COA or AOC. Whatever you want, you can tell. Okay, but the condition is vertex would be in the middle. Only that one is the condition. Now here is one question time for you all. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this question. Your question is, the initial ray in the given angle is. Can you tell which one is the initial ray? This one also from our previous classes. Let's see how many of you remember. I am giving you timer. Your options are PQ is the initial line to make the angle, or PR is the initial ray, or QR, or none of the above. So give your answer. All of you try to answer which one is the correct option. Which one is the initial ray? Whether PR is the initial ray or PQ is the initial ray. Okay, your time is up. I am showing you the answer. Your correct answer is option A. PQ is the initial ray. We start like this. This is the initial ray. Okay. Now next, take 3 points A, B and C so that the 3 points are not on a straight line. Okay. So let's take 3 points which will not lie in a single straight line. How you see, if you try to join maximum number of points, you can see on your screen with a straight line how many maximum points you can join. Can you tell? Suppose if I join like this, only one straight line will pass through A and B, right? Okay, if I try again, another straight line, suppose with AC, one straight line is passing. Can you able to pass this straight line with B point also? Not possible. Without breakage, not possible. Okay, if I consider B and C point, in this case also you see, if you try to pass one line, whether it will pass with A also or only with A and B. Yes, it will pass with only C and B. It will not going to pass with A, right? So that means what? We took 3 points A, B and C. these all 3 points are not lying in a single straight line. Only 2 points can be on a single straight line, but all 3 points are not lying in a single straight line. Okay. Now next they are asking you, answer the following questions from the figure. Okay, let's see the questions. A number question is, how many lines can you draw through any pair of points from A, B and C? So let's see how many lines you can draw. Already I show 3 lines possible, right? Because each time if you try to join any 2 points, automatically you will see another point will not pass through that line. So in this way, how many lines possible? Total 3 lines possible. Okay, so 3 lines can be drawn. Okay, now next question is, name the lines produced. So can you tell the name of these lines? Very easy, right? We can see easily AB line, BC line and AC line. And I think all of you remember how to represent the lines or line segments with bar sign upon AB or BC or AC. Okay. Now next question is, how many angles do the lines produce? Name the angles. So can you name the angles now? Okay, my lovely children, see here, if I tell here now, if I tell only angle A, so can you tell by angle A which angle I am representing, whether this angle or this angle? What would be your answer? Yes, this time we can say by angle A, only angle A if I write, that means we are representing this angle only. Right, because with a vertex other angles are not passing, only one angle is passing, right? So that means it is quite possible. So but then also if you try to write the full name, so how you can write the full name? Can you tell the full name of these angles? First one is angle BAC. Which one is angle BAC? BAC, that means A is in middle, so this angle they are talking about, right? Okay, now next is ABC. So next angle is our ABC. So which angle they are talking about by ABC? Which one is angle? Which angle they are denoting? Yes, very good. This yellow color one. Why? Because B is in middle. That means B is the vertex and angle will form at B only, right? So this ABC, this one is our required angle. Okay. Now next is angle BCA. So BCA, which one is in middle? C, again C is in middle. That means about this angle they are talking. If you write simply angle C, that one also representing the C angle only, the red color denoting angle. Okay, so these are our required angles. Now next question is, take another point D in your notebook such that the point D is not on any line. Okay, now how many more lines can you draw through any pair of points? So let's see, another point you take D. One point you take and name it as D. So okay, so this is our D point. Now they are telling how many more lines can you draw through any pair of points. Through any pair of points, how many possible? You check with any pair. So how many possible? More 3 possible, right? So 3 more lines possible. Okay. Okay, now next question is, how many lines do you find passing through any pair of points where the 4 points A, B, C, D are not on the same line? So let's see, let's check again. Let's see the solution. So if you pass all the lines through these points, so how many are possible? Total 6 in this case, because if you join the diagonals also, these are also passing through 2 different points. So that means how many possible? If you join the sides, here 4, and if you join the diagonals, then also more 2, so total 6 will come. Okay. Now next question is, what is the total number of angles at the 4 vertices formed by all possible lines joining the points A, B, C and D? So how many are there? Can you count it now? So here you see, in every vertex, how many angles formed? If I ask you, what would be your answer? In every vertex, how many angles are forming? Yes, very good, total 3. So how? First one, to suppose here, for vertex A, suppose if I talk, you can see angle CAB. This is one angle. Another one is angle BAD. This is also forming at vertex A. Again, another one is CAD. This is also another angle. So, how many angles formed at vertex A? Total 3 angles. Similarly, for B also, how many angles formed? Total 3. For C also, how many angles formed? Total 3. Again, for D also, how many angles here formed? Again, total 3 angles formed. So, in every vertex, 3 angles formed, right? Okay. So, 3 angles are formed at each of the 4 vertices. I hope this much is clear. Okay, now next, the total number of angles formed at the 4 vertices is, that means how many angles in total? In every vertex, 3. And how many vertex are there? Total 4. So, 3 4s are total 12 angles will formed. I hope this much is clear. Okay, now you can see on your screen 2 different angles. One is angle BOA, another one is angle QOP. 2 angles are there. Okay. Now, compare the angles by just observing and find which has larger angle. So, by only comparing without measuring, they are not asking you to measure the angles. They are simply telling you by observing. Can you compare? Can you tell which one is larger? Of course, all of you can tell, right? How you can tell? By observing, obviously it is looking like what? This one is acute angle and this one is BOA is some obtuse angle because it is crossing 90 degree. Suppose this is the 90 degree line. So, as it is crossing 90, it is one obtuse angle, obviously greater. And if you give the 90 degree line, here you see this is smaller than 90 degree. That means what? It is one acute angle. Okay. Okay, one more pair. Here again, 2 more pair came, 1 more pair came. Now, this time though, both of them are acute angles, right? So, without actual measurement, how will you tell which one is greater? Compare the angles by just observing and find which has larger angle. Can you tell now? Can you tell? Okay, so what we did in this case, we just merge both the angles, right? Or you can tell we coincide both the angles. Now, when you coincide both the angles, I think now easily all of you can tell which one is larger. The larger one came up. So, which angle came up? Angle QOP little bit upper than angle BOA, right? So, that means which angle is larger? The larger angle is angle QOP. Okay. So, hence point Q is above the point B. So, angle POQ measures more and has larger angle, right? Okay. This method is called comparison of angles by superposition or overlapping process. So, what is the name of this process? This process is called superposition or overlapping process. Okay. So, next again you see, if I ask you without actual measurement, can you tell which angle is larger by superposition method? Can you tell now? Compare the angles using superposition method and find which has greater angle. So, can you tell the answer? Here you see, when you comparing, you can see both of them coincide, right? So, when you compare both of them coincide means what? Both are equal, right? Hence, both AOB and POQ same in measure because both of them coincide. Okay. So, hence AOB and PQ are of same measure. These are equal angles. Okay. So, these two are equal angles. Now, let's increase the length of the arms of the angle AOB and check which is greater angle. Now, they are not telling you to shift. No need to shift. You have to just increase the length of the angle. So, you have to increase the arm length. So, that time what will happen? Let's see what will happen at that time. Okay, then also both of them merged, right? When you just make it large, the arm, that time also what happened? That time also we can notice that both angles are same in measure. So, from here, which conclusion we are getting? So, from here we can get one conclusion that if you don't change the angle value, only if you increase or decrease the arm length, then also angle will be same, equal angle, right? Okay, so here is one question time for you all. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this question. Your question is, how many lines can be drawn through 3 distinct points which are not in a straight line. Okay, your options are option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, and option D infinite. So I am giving you time. All of you try to answer this question. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this question. Which one is the correct option? All of you choose your answer. How many lines can be drawn through 3 distinct points which are not in a straight line? So what would be your answer? Okay, your time is very less. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this question. Okay, your time is up. I am showing you the answer. Option C is the correct option. Already we saw, right? So 3 is the answer. Okay, now next. Now let's see angles in clock. So in clock also, in second, in minute hand and hour hand, especially when we are discuss about clock, we call about this hour hand and minute hand specially. So these two also, every time they are also making some angles, right? So here we are going to see the angles formed by clock. Okay, so what happened here? Circle is divided into 360 equal divisions, right? Because this is a whole circle. So that is one rotation means how many degrees it is coming? Total 360 degrees. Each part indicates 1 degree. And how we represent 1 degree? 1, then degree symbol. Okay, now next. Since 60 minutes equals to 360 degree for minute hand. If I talk about minute hand, 60 minutes means what? 60 minutes means it will give a full round. The minute hand give a full round. That means total 360 degree will come. Okay. So 1 minute means what? How many degree in 1 minute? Minute hand will cover. What would be the answer? So answer is 360 by 60 degree. Okay. So if you simplify, so what you can get? 1 minute equals to 6 degree. Okay. So 6 degree is the answer. Now let's see when it will give a full round. So that time the clock has 12 divisions and each division indicates 1 hour, right? Okay. So 1 hour equals to how many degrees? If I ask you 1 hour equals to how many degrees will come? So what will you do? How many divisions are there in our hand? Total 12 hours are there, right? From starting from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that up to 12. So 12 divisions and total rotation is 360 degree. So that means what? 360 divided by 12 degrees. So how many degree in 1 hour? Total 30 degree. So what is the 30 degree? Here you can see at 1 o'clock. It is showing some time of 1 o'clock, right? So in 1 o'clock, that means for 1 hour, how much degree it created at center? What is the value of it? 30 degree. In 1 hour 30 degree created. Okay. Now next. Now in 2 hours. Let's see in 2 hours. How many angles it will create in 2 hours? When it was 1 hour, that time 30 degree. So more 1 hour if you increase, that means 30 plus 30. So how much it will increase? Total 60 degree it will make, right? 30 plus 30. Okay. Now for 3 hours. So when it is 3. So that time again for 1 hour it was 30, next 1 hour more 30 and next 1 hour again 30. So 30 plus 30 plus 30. So how much angle it will create when 3 hours will pass? Total 90 degree will create at center. Okay, so angle will be 90 degree. Okay, now here another time is showing. You see our hand is in between 2 and 3. It is in middle, right? Okay, so from the middle of 2 and 3 to 3, how much angle? Suppose here it is 2, here it is 3. So between 2, 3 we know 30 degree. Now in between 2 and 3, one more is there. So what would be the angle value? It will bisect 30 degree. So that means upper part also 15, lower part also 15. So from middle to 3, this much angle, I think you can see on your screen. This is how much? This is 15 degree. Right. So from 3 to 4 again 30, 4 to 5 again 30, 5 to 6 again 30. So how much angle it created? If you add all, what you can get? 105 degree in total, right? Okay. Now here is another question time for you all. Let's see how many of you are able to answer. Your question is, the angle formed by the minute hand of a clock in half an hour is. So what would be your answer? All of you try to answer. Your options are 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree or 360 degree. I am giving you time. All of you try to answer this question. The angle formed by minute hand of a clock in half an hour. By minute hand, not by hour hand. So you have to keep in mind by minute hand in half an hour. What would be your answer for minute hand? For minute hand, when it is 1 hour or 60 minute, that time it is what? 360 degree. So by minute hand, when it is half an hour or 30 minutes, that time how many degree? 360 by 2, that means 180. Yes, very good. You all are correct. Option B is the correct option, 180 degree. Okay. Now see, at 12 noon, both the hour hand and minute hand will coincide, right? Okay. So here is the position. Here we are showing like this. At 12 noon, for the position of hour hand and minute hand with A, B, we are showing, and center angle with O we are showing. Here, there is no rotation, right? Both coincide with each other. That means no rotation, no gap. That means what? That means angle AOB value is how much? 0 degree. Now, when it is 1 p.m., that time how much angle it created? 30 degree. Okay. Now, when it is 2 p.m., that time how much angle it created? 2 into 30 or 30 plus 30 also we can say. So when you write 2 into 30, that means what? 60 degree. Okay. Now next, when it is 3 p.m., that time how much angle it created? Here the hour hand has passed 3 hours. So that means how much angle at center? 3 into 30 also if you do, again you are getting 90 degree. Okay. Okay. Now next, when it is 4 p.m., that time how much angle it created at center? Again 4 into 30, right? So when you give 4 into 30, answer is 120. Okay. Now next, at 5 p.m., how much angle it created? Again if I ask, what would be your answer? Again 5 into 30, that means 150 degree. Okay. Now, when it is 6 p.m., how much angle it created? 6 into 30, that means 180 degree. Okay. Now when 7 p.m., how much angle it created at 7 p.m.? 7 into 30, that means 210. When it is 8 p.m., that time how much angle it created? 8 into 30, that means 240 degree. Okay. Now when it is 9 p.m., how much angle it created at center? Again 9 into 30, that means 270 degree. Again, now when it is 10 p.m., how much angle it created? 10 into 30, that means 30 degree, 300 degree. Next, at 11 p.m., what you will do? 11 into 30, that means 330 degree. Okay, now at 12 o'clock, at 12 p.m., how much angle it will create? 12 into 30, that means 360 degree. I hope this one is clear. Okay, now question time. One question is given. The angle formed by the hour hand of a clock in an hour is. The angle formed by the hour hand, it is mentioned. Previous question, it was minute hand. Now in this question, it is hour hand. The angle formed by the hour hand of a clock in an hour is. So what is your answer? Option A is 5 degree. Option B is 10 degree. Option C is 20 degree. Option D is 30 degree. All of you try to answer. I am giving you timer. All of you try to answer this question. Let's see how many of you are able to answer. how much degree at center it will create when 1 hour will pass. How much degree it will create at center. Okay, your time is up. Okay, you all are correct. Option D is the correct option. What we know, in 1 hour, how much angle it formed at center? 30 degree. So 30 degree is the answer. A circle is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12 equal parts. What is the value of the angle in degree produced in each case? I hope all of you can answer this. All of you try at home. Okay. Now next question is, what is the value of the angle in degree? Can you tell what is the value of the angle in degree? So here it is one complete rotation. When the rotation is complete one rotation, that time how much degree it will create at center? 360 degree. Okay. So it is 360 degree. Now this one, how much rotation it completed? You see, if it starts from here and it came here, this much. So how much angle it created? 180 degree. So as the circle divided into two equal parts, or it give only half rotation, full rotation is 360. So half rotation means 360 by 2, right? So 360 by 2 means 180 degree. Now see how many equal angles it created, how many equal part of angles we can see. Very good, total 3 parts. And what we know, for full rotation, how many angle it will rotate at center? Very good, total 360. So here 3 portion divided and highlighted one is one of them. So what would be your answer then? One complete rotation 360, as it is divided into 3 equal part. So 360 by 3, that means 120 degree. Now here you see, again equal 4 divisions, right? Equal 4 divisions. Again what we know, total is 360, as here equal 4 division. So 360 by 4 is the answer, that means 90 degree. Okay. So here are some homework for you all. I think you can find the answer, right? Find the angle in degree of these equally divided circles. Can you do? I think all of you can do. How many are there? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 suppose, and total we know 360 degree. So how many parts are there, equal parts are there, you divide with that. So whatever degree value will come, that is the answer. In that way you can find, yes. Okay, now we will learn about some types of angles. Already you know, I think you can tell the name of this angle. What is the name of this angle? Can you tell by observation? Yes, this is one 90 degree, as it is forming 90 degree. See here also it is forming 90 degree. Same looking angles. These are called right angles. So if I ask you to give some real life examples of right angles, what would be your answer? This is also real life example. Here you can see inside the chair, it is looking like 90 degree, or in your television screen, the corners, these are also look like 90 degree. Blackboard, this is also look like 90 degree. Okay. Here in this mansion also you can see 90 degree. It is looking like 90 degree. Okay. So these are what? These all are 90 degree. And now 90 degree means right angle. Now if I shift little bit less than of 90 degree. So when you shift the arm, one arm less than 90 degree, what is the name of this angle? Very good. This is called acute angle. So these all are acute angle because the angle is less than of 90 degree. Okay. So here you see, here also another example. When you show the victory sign, that time also angle is less than 90, right? So that means what? This is also acute angle. This pizza piece here also less than 90. That means it is also acute angle. Here if you open your laptop halfway, so this is also what? Acute angle. Now I think you know the name of this angle. What is the name of this angle? This is one, this is one straight angle, right? Okay, so this is straight angle because both side came 90 90, 90 90 means total 180 degree. As it is forming 180 degrees, that means this is one straight angle. So here you see when it is 6 p.m. or 6 a.m., that means the minute hand and hour hand will form a straight line and the angle will be 180 degree, you know, this side also 180, this side also 180. So that means it is one example of a straight angle. Okay. Now, if I increase little bit than 90 degree, what is the name of this angle? Very good. This is obtuse angle. So this is one obtuse angle. So when you read one book, when you open one book, what we do, maximum time you will see you are reading like this, which is making one obtuse angle. Why? Because it is more than of 90 degree. If you make one 90 degree line, it is more than of 90. That means it is forming one obtuse angle. So this is one obtuse angle. Okay, so I hope all of you get the clear idea about angles, right? So we saw in clock how many angles it is forming by hour hand and minute hand. Then we saw different types of angle names and their properties. So all of you prepare at home nicely. We are going to continue from here from our next class. Okay, till now, bye bye. Take care of yourself. Thank you.